Hi Ty, I am reading to you the Unit 1 test, the modified version. What I'd like you to do is to listen as I read and follow along on your test and pick the correct answers. Question number 1. What were the three values of the Puritans? Option 1, courage, piety, safety. Option 2, courage, piety, industry. Option 3, integrity, honesty, industry. Question number 2. In Of Plymouth Plantation, Bradford wrote it in what point of view? Option 1, first person. Option 2, second person. Option 3, third person. Question 3. In what light does Bradford depict the Puritans? Option 1, negative and harsh. Option 2, uncaring and pessimistic. Option 3, positive and sympathetic. Question 4. Modern readers appreciate and understand Anne Bradstreet's To My Dear and Loving Husband because Option 1, it transcends time. Option 2, it is short and easy to read. Option 3, it has a famous author. Question 5. Read the final lines of Anne Bradstreet's Upon the Burning of Our House. Here they are. There's wealth enough, I need no more. Farewell my pelf, farewell my store. The world no longer let me love. My hope and treasure lies above. What do those lines mean? Is it option 1? She knows her earthly possessions are gone, but her real riches are waiting for her in heaven with everlasting life. Option 2, she is saying the world never loved her. Option 3, she hopes she is rich in heaven. Question number 6. The Puritans' literature consisted mostly of Option 1, journals, diaries, and poems. Option 2, novels and short stories. Option 3, newspapers and books. Question number 7. The Puritans, steadfast in their beliefs and wearied by persecution in England, often turned to blank for comfort. Option 1, poetry. Option 2, the British King. Option 3, the Bible. Question number 8. The Puritans highlighted the parallels between themselves and the ancient Israelites. They used blank or references to the Old Testament. Option 1, allusions. Option 2, metaphors. Option 3, similes. Question number 9. Piety is a deep respect for God. Option 1, true. Option 2, false. Question number 10. Which is an example of how the Puritans were industrious? Option 1, they learned basic survival skills. Option 2, they had many children. Option 3, they built many factories. Question number 11. Why is Bradford's journal still important today? Option 1. It describes the Pilgrims' efforts to flee English religious intolerance and establish Plymouth Colony. Option 2. It provides readers with first-hand accounts of momentous events such as early meetings between the settlers and Native Americans in the first Thanksgiving. Option 3. It details both the struggles and the triumphs of the early settlers. And option 4. All of the above. Question number 12. One limitation of journals is that they have a relatively narrow focus. Option 1, true. Option 2, false. Question number 13. Which is an example of bias in Bradford's journal? Option 1. Bradford's depiction of John Howland, the young man who was saved from drowning because it pleased God. Option 2. Bradford's description of the Mayflower Compact, written by the group's leaders in 1620. Option 3. Bradford's description of the Mayflower's broken beam. Question number 14. Which statement summarizes this line? Then when we love, in love let's so persever, that when we live no more, we may live ever. Is it option 1? Let us love now because there will be no love in the afterlife. Option 2. Let us enjoy the love we have because love never lasts. Or option 3. Let us continue to love one another so that we can reach heaven. Question number 15. The Puritans have often been stereotyped as killjoys who hated fun of any kind, always found sin in everything, and who hypocritically persecuted others. Option 1, true. Option 2, false. Question number 16. Which statement best describes what happened during the Salem witch trials? Option 1. Due to many problems and tensions within the Salem community, people falsely accused others of witchcraft and over 20 people were executed as a result. Question 2. The town of Salem had a series of trials because many Puritans had turned away from Christianity and had become witches. These witches were burned at the stake. Option 3. Many Salem residents became witches and terrorized the town's children. Question number 17. Which of the following was not a cause as to why the Salem witch trials occurred? Option 1. Witchcraft was becoming popular. Option 2. There were disease outbreaks like smallpox. Option 3. Economic problems and resentment among townspeople. Question number 18. What kind of townspeople were accused first during the Salem witch trials? Option 1, poor women. Option 2, children. Option 3, old people. Question number 19. Why did some people admit that they were witches during the Salem witch trials? Option 1, because everyone else was doing it. Option 2, because they were told that if they admitted to witchcraft, they would not be killed. Option 3, because they were witches. Question number 20. How did the Salem witch trials end? Option 1, Salem was purged of all witches and all was well again. Option 2, the officials realized that they made a mistake and everyone was pardoned and saved. Option 3, the officials began to doubt the accusers and the hysteria died down naturally, but not after over 20 people had been executed. And that is the end of the Unit 1 exam.